All right, Harvest 2024 on the quad track. Let's do this. Oh yeah. All right, guys, so let's do a podcast on a tractor. Why not? Sounds fun, huh? Harvest 2024 has started, and so I'm sitting here on the 485 quad track with Kinsey Soft Track wagon behind me, and then we've got the S670 coming down the row. They're getting corn. We've probably got, I'm going to say 40 or 50 acres harvested already. We've got a late start, but we had a really late spring. It was very wet this spring, kind of cool, and so everybody in our neck of the woods is pretty late getting planted, and pretty much, with the exception of one of the BTOs, everybody is just now getting started harvesting. So, but it's very active down here today, which is kind of funny because I came through by here, I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago, and there was nothing going on. And then, like I said, it's crazy now. There's just semi trucks everywhere, combines everywhere. So it's go time for sure. We're into October now, and like I said, everything's going pretty good so far for us. I can't complain. So what I'm going to do is, so I can do a podcast. And I know there's going to be some engine noise in the background, guys. So if that drives you nuts, you might just want to skip this podcast or the next podcast, because I'm probably going to do this a couple times, maybe more. I don't know. I've got a lot of time as the grain cart guy. I got some downtime sitting here. I'll get on the combine at some point this fall, but right now, I'm just going to run the grain cart. I like it. I'm really good at it. We can move a lot of corn with an 8-row head in this grain cart setup. So, it works. Why stop? We've done it this way for like 30 years now, pretty much. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to record like this, and it'll be a minute or two, but I'll splice them together so that we've got a longer video. But, I'll try to get this, being a podcast, try to get this up to around 20 minutes. So it may take a day or two, and so there may be some different weather conditions or different clothes on. Speaking of clothes, I gotta talk about clothes in a minute, which is something I've never said in my life. Anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do. That way I can get a podcast out. And again, if the tractor noise bothers you, you might just have to skip it. But I think most of you guys are cool with it. Like, I'm sure. I know this isn't, like, professional. And, like, if you go to, like, the big YouTubers on the farm, like, they edit stuff, and you can't hear the tractors. You can only hear them talking. And that isn't me. I mean, you can remember going back to the very first For the Love of Tractors video, Fat Guy with No Clue Productions, and we are still that. So... Anyway, it's all about having fun, talking tractors. So, clothes, fun. So this is. I thought this was funny. I'm scrolling through YouTube over the weekend, as I do a lot, and I came across this video, and it was from maybe Donut Media, and it was like how Carhartt went from workwear to iconic fashion brand. And I said to myself, have I been wearing iconic fashion clothes for my whole life? I mean, I've been wearing Carhartt forever. I just, you go to the farm store, that's what they got. They're, I don't think I have to sell you guys on Carhartt. They're rugged. They hold up well when you're working. They're comfortable. And it was hilarious because this video is like showing me pictures of like all these famous people, like Kanye West and just a bunch of famous people who are like into Carhartt. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Huh. I don't know. I just thought that was funny. Apparently for the only time in my entire life I was ahead of a trend on something, and it was Carhartt. Anyway, we're not sponsored by Carhartt or anything, although, hey, if Carhartt's listening. But anyway, I just thought that was funny, and I thought you guys might appreciate the humor in that too, because I'm sure a lot of people listening do their shopping at Farm and Home Supply like I do. It's where most of my clothes come from. So, then another funny story. I didn't even realize I had this hat on. I just have 6 or 8 hats, and I just grab one every morning. So the Hillsbury Mini Farms Mini Displays hat. So really funny story, because I'm not trying to sound ridiculous or cocky here, but if I'm at a toy show, a lot of people can be like, "Oh, hey, are you Jason for the Love of Tractors?" And of course, I'm like, "Yeah, great to meet you." So one time I had this hat on. This guy comes up to me, "Hey, are you?" And I'm like, assuming he's gonna say Jason for the Love of Tractors. He goes, "Andrew O'Leary," and I'm like, "Huh, no." Anyway, it's just funny. It's one of those weird things. And then I told him who I was, and he's like, "Oh," he's like, "Yeah, your voice sounds really familiar. I listened to it." And I'm like, "Yeah, cool, all right." I mean, it didn't matter if he knew who I was or not, but I just thought it was funny that because I had an O'Leary Mini Displays hat on, he maybe thought I was Andrew O'Leary. Anyway, Combine's making the turn. I'm about to go unload on the go, so I'll be back when I get back. All right, part 2. Let's kind of wrap up the day. What a shocker, this podcast is me all over the place. I was talking to somebody, or I was in a group chat, something, I don't know, and they were talking about YouTube, and how to get subscribers, how you're supposed to do YouTube, whatever. And it said, you need to make it like a reality show of your life. No, I'm not doing that. If all I ever end up with is like the 10,000 whatever subscribers I have, and YouTube never makes me a dime, that's fine. I don't... my life's not that interesting, I promise you. I go to work, I go to the farm, I build farm toys. That's pretty much it. That's life. The second thing... I don't want to take the time to do that. I'll watch YouTube channels, and there's a photography guy I love. His name is Nick Page. I think you guys know I really like photography. I used to do automotive photography, things like that. I like tractor photography and things like that. Although I don't honestly do a whole lot of it, oddly enough. But anyway. His channel's great, and if you're into photography, check him out. But, so, let's say he's going to a waterfall in a park somewhere, and he's, going to do a vlog, of that. So, he'll have all these cool video shots of him, walking. Or, he's setting up his tripod, he's setting up his camera and all that stuff. And in my head, I think to myself, well, he had to go set the camera up first. So he walked to the place, set up the video camera, then he walked back to wherever, and then he filmed himself walking. And don't get me wrong, that's cool. I mean, that makes good videos, right? It does. I ain't got time for that. I just don't. And nobody wants to see me walking. I assume. So, what I'm gonna do, and let me know down below if this is the stupidest idea you've ever heard, because it probably is. I am gonna do, not daily vlogs from the farm here, but some regular stuff, maybe a couple times a week, and maybe, some of them will be more of a podcast type thing that will get uploaded to all the podcast sites, and some of them will just be, uploaded here to YouTube. I'm going to try to do shorts every day, although I haven't gotten one for today, now that I think about it, but that's okay. And we'll just see how this goes. And I mean, keep in mind, I'm not at the farm every day. Now, during harvest, I'm here every day. But, I have another job. I have, stuff to do. I'm trying to get, and I've got tractors to build for National. which I had plenty of time for, and I've done really well. And then, like, that first day of harvest hits, and you go, oh crap, I didn't get that done. I'm behind. That's the way it goes. Anyway, that's that. So another thing I've had a lot of people ask me over the years, where are we? Where's our farm? Well, we're in Western Illinois. In fact, you can't really see it on the camera, but just over here, like right here, there, is Hannibal, Missouri. So those bluffs, the river bluffs you see over there, just kind of that dark blackish thing, that is the Mississippi River bluffs, and then that is Missouri. And then if you go this way, those are the bluffs on the Illinois side, and then we farm in between the bluffs here in the bottom. So the bottom grounds of the Mississippi River. This drainage district has like 110,000 acres. It's one of the bigger drainage districts, I think, on the river in general, on the Mississippi in general. Flooded in '93, and right where we're at, where this tractor's at, 18 feet of water. And so that means it was over the top of this tractor. It was something. It was something. Hope we never live through that again. 31 years ago, which is hard to believe. I really can't believe that. 31 years ago. Where does the time go? As the great Bob Seger says, 20 years, where'd they go? 20 years, I don't know. I sit and I wonder sometimes where they've gone. And yeah, they do. One of the amazing things about farming here in the bottoms, and it doesn't show up on camera very well, is sunset. Even if there's not a lot of clouds, there's like a few, and there's some jet streaks and things like that today. The sunsets are always amazing, and that's one of the best things about farming. I think there's a million good things about farming, but I love just getting to watch the sunset every day. It's just so cool. I feel really lucky to be able to do that. And then here in another hour, I mean, it's still kind of twilight out, but by another hour, it's going to be dark, and there'll be a billion stars above, because it's pretty dark where we're at. Hannibal, Missouri's, still 5-7 miles away from here, and so yeah, there's some lights there, but if you look south and southeast from here, it's dark. It's dark. So, and that's another thing. Like, that's one of the reasons I can't live in the city. I love looking at the night sky. So, anyway, day one of harvest was pretty good. We had one slight issue with one of our dump trailers, the big aluminum dump trailer that we have. No, not the aluminum, the steel dump trailer that we have. There's two pins at the top of the back end of it, and so when you dump, like if you're dumping gravel, that you can undo the lower pins, and then that will swing out and dump the gravel, lime, whatever you're hauling. When we're doing corn or soybeans, when you're dumping into an elevator, you don't use that. There's a lift gate on the back, and that way you can control your flow and get it right where you want to into the auger. So one of those pins came out today. Now, luckily, it was being thoughtful, and it came out at the grain bin. We didn't have it come out going down the road, and we have like this embarrassing issue. But anyway, I guess what happened is the cotter pin on it just decided that it had enough of this cruel world, and it gave up. And so it's about a mile from this field to the grain bins. So in that period, the pin had worked itself out. Luckily, caught it soon enough before we had a big mess, and everything went great. So that's really the only hiccup so far on day one of harvest today. Sure beats 2 years ago when we had the starter go out of not one but 2 semi trucks on day one. That was not fun. But other than that, going good. The S670, knock on wood, running like a champ. 485 quad track always runs like a champ. Kinze grain cart's doing its thing. Can't go wrong with a Kinze. I know there are a lot of great grain carts out there, but man, we've been Kinze people since the early 90s for sure. And I don't know. I wouldn't have another grain cart. They're amazing for us. I mean, get it other people. So the combine's slowly making its way here. Dark is definitely fallen. I don't even know if you can see the combine. That's how it's in complete shadow. Plus my windows are dirty as heck here. And we're gonna fill this grain cart, which what's on that combine is gonna do it. Trucks are full. And we're gonna call it a day. Maybe I can get back home before too dark. It's gonna be dark for sure. It's about, my house from the farm is about 35 minutes or so. Nighttime, I take the interstate. Pretty much goes right there. Daytime, I always take the back roads because I like back roads better than I like the interstate. It's that type of guy. Oh, lights are on the combine now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, or I hope it wasn't too boring for you. And if it was, let me know. I mean, I don't have to do these. A lot of people have been asking me to do stuff like this, do regular videos, especially when I'm out on the farm. I don't know, like vlog style videos, I guess. And I don't know, I'm always skeptical that people want to see me talk and go on and stuff, but I appreciate it. It's awesome. And so for those of you that are watching, and especially still here at the end, thanks guys. I mean, it means the world to me. It really does. Tomorrow, I don't know, I might start a vlog, but I don't want to like do one every day, as I said earlier. I don't want to flood YouTube with this, but maybe once or twice a week I can do something. What I'll do is I'll take little video snippets or whatever throughout the week, and that way, we end up with something. I'm not gonna professionally edit it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not gonna sit down on my computer, throw this into Adobe Premiere, and spend hours editing this. I've got a program on my phone where I can just like drop in clips, and that's what I'm gonna do. So, would my channel grow more if I did professionally edit stuff? I'm sure it would, but I ain't got time for that. Nobody's got time for that. Well, some people do. I'm just not. It would take the fun out of it, to be honest with you. I just think it would make this more work than fun, and I don't want that. So, anyway, guys, I think I'll call it quits right here. As the sun has set and darkness. Boy, on the camera, it really looks bright back here, but it's pretty dark. That's to the naked eye, that's really more what it looks like right there. It's about dark. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you did watch this, and I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you think down below. You're always, welcome to relieve constructive criticism. Don't be jerks. He likes that. And we'll like I said, I'll try to jump on this a little more as harvest goes along, and do some more stuff. Thanks, guys. See you at the shows. Dubuque show coming up at the end of the month. National same weekend. Dubuque starts on Thursday. National starts, I think, Friday evening. So big toy shows coming up at the end of the month. I'll be there. Hope to see you there. Have an awesome day, guys. Have a safe harvest if this is what you're doing right now. Happy truck ride.